In this short video we're going to attempt to look at the unique associative capability within Qlikview, combined with the total interactivity of the end user interface, and look at what this means in practice to the business users in terms of their ability to ask questions of the underlying data, and not just to ask a single question and get a single answer back in a report or a visualization, but to ask a string of related questions utilizing the associative nature of Qlikview. So here we're showing a single object, showing us some sales by customer, and here I can very easily make selections, maybe just to filter down on my top 5 customers. And this highlights the interactivity of those charts. I could drill down or drill across in the same charts, but in order to show the associative capability within Qlikview, I'm going to add in another chart, and this chart shows us some sales trends over time. Now if I go back and make those same selection of the top 5 customers, for example, I can see that the sales trend is automatically linked through the data model that we're holding in memory, and now shows us our sales trends for those top 5 customers. Now, because we have the two charts, I could of course start with the sales trend, and I could say, well, you know, what made up that specific peak in time there, and now I can see my top customers for that specific month. I could add in a third object which shows me some geographical analysis, and here I could actually say, well, I'm just interested in sales within the UK, for example. I can see that we seem to be trending down, so I could make a subsequent question using the trending chart, and I could say, well, you know, it seems to have been starting to trend down at about this point. If I look at my top customers, I can see Salamander and HCS are, you know, my sort of top 2 customers. When I've selected the period of time where it starts to trend down, I can see that HCS has dropped off in a big way, so, you know, perhaps there's something there that I need to investigate further. Again, I could then say focus on my top 3 customers within that data, and get some more detail about where those customers are within the actual map of the UK. I could introduce another object, and this is a more sophisticated table. It shows us a number of different metrics, and again, this table is totally interactive. I can sort by any of these columns. I could actually view this by, you know, any number of dimensions. I can look at this by country here, or I could look at my sales reps and how they're performing. But I keep it on product type, and I'll sort by my margin so that I've got my worst performing products. And here, for example, I could make a selection very easily of those products that have a product margin of less than 40%. I could see where they're being sold. I could ask a subsequent question. You know, well, I'm going to make some changes in, you know, Southern Europe, so I'm going to focus in on those. I'm going to see which customers are buying those products, and I could have a look at. I could ask some following questions of the data. I could say who are those customers who have been buying those products in the last 4 months. So this is hopefully illustrating that chain of related questions, and the way that the fact that all of the charts and objects within Qlikview are automatically associated really does facilitate that continuous questioning process that end users typically have.